Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and this is going to be a quick one, I hope. I'm kind of throwing a question out to the community, but this is not one of those, what was your first video game type thing. This is more, I need your advice. So the more feedback I get, the better on this. I have recently, we all in the YouTube space want to be PewDiePie. We want to be millionaires who can just make videos and quit our jobs and sit back and lap of luxury, make a video, make $1 million a year. Hey, that's awesome. And let's be honest, that's not easy to do, so that's fine. That is what it is. Now, you got to start somewhere, I guess, and I have recently been I've been sent a message by somebody mentioning this. I did a video here about my EMF blanket, and to cut a very long, weird story short, some of us don't like the radiation that Wi-Fi gives us, and I have definitely felt it. I bought this blanket years ago, and I did a review of it, and it has been a godsend for me. This thing is really, really good. I've done even a follow-up where people had questions about it. And so, yes, I love this thing, and I think maybe this has ended up doing very well for the supplier, because not them, but somebody else contacted me and said, hey, I was looking up, we do EMF material protection stuff, and we saw your video, we really liked the review you gave. We'd like to maybe, approach a sponsorship type thing. Are you interested? And I don't know, and I want to ask you guys and ladies, what do you think? Should I not? There's a couple of aspects to this. I have never monetized my videos, and on that very subject, was there an ad in front of this? Because is it just my imagination, or is YouTube throwing ads on people's videos even if they don't monetize? For example, Lawn Boys Post 1975, I've been noticing ads in front of your videos lately, but I don't think you monetize. So is YouTube just sticking ads on anyway, even if we don't want to monetize? Whatever, regardless. I'm getting off track. So I don't monetize. I don't think that I would never monetize, but I would need to have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers to make that economically viable. I don't want to spoil my content by having ads on there, or by, especially now that the ads are in the middle of the roll of the video. It drives me crazy. I also am not, so far, one of those, hey, I've got a Patreon and you can click the link below and click on the bell and be part of the notification posse. There's a lot of YouTubers who do that, and that is perfectly fine for you guys. I'm not throwing shade at you guys. That's awesome that you do that. The fact that any of you can make a couple bucks off this is great. I'm not saying I would never do that, but for me, I always thought, and when I reached 1,000 subscribers, that was when you could finally monetize. I had said, well, would I ever? I don't think so. Or at least not till I'm in the 500,000 subscribers level, where that would actually make sense financially. If I'm only making a couple bucks off being monetized or having a Patreon or whatever, is it worth the hassle? Because I know there are some people, and you know who you are in the audience, who the minute you hear somebody say, hey, I've got a Patreon, you immediately click off. I don't need to hear another guy pushing his Patreon. Again, I got no problem with those folks who do. I just know that that is a bit of a turnoff for a lot of folks. So I've never dabbled with, should I sponsor? Should I pursue something where I've got ad revenue or anything like that? Now these people for this EMF company, what is putting it slightly in a different mindset for me is, on the one hand, if it helps people, I'm more than happy to, put a voice out there for people who are suffering this thing that I've got, which this has definitely helped with. If I can maybe give a little more messaging and advertising to people who are providing these sort of items as a solution for people affected like myself, that would be good. And like I say, we all want to be PewDiePie or Markiplier. We all want to make millions doing this. So I guess I got to start somewhere. I don't want to piss on the first offer for a sponsorship I ever got. And it is something I kind of believe in. But my problem is, my channel is all over the place as far as topics. A lot of retro video games and Star Wars and stuff. So throwing a little, hey, this video has been sponsored by blah-de-blah, the EMF company, might feel and sound weird, and I don't think I want to do that. On the other side, though, I did say there was two sides to this. In these unprecedented times where we have a lot of companies closing shop and a lot of people have yet to return to work and stuff, my and anybody's employment place of business, place of work, I don't guarantee they're going to be around forever, you know? Like, maybe I need to start thinking outside the box of, sure, I can afford stuff right now with what I get paid in my current job. Awesome. And if I lose this job, I have things in the, I have other ideas and stuff. But maybe it's time to entertain other options for making some cash. Now, I don't think this is going to be a huge windfall for me. I'm thinking more of it in terms of like helping out and being, contributing to people who've got the CMF sensitivity like me. If I can, mention a few items that could be helpful, great. I don't know that it would be a review situation though. It would be, this video is sponsored by ABC123. And so that is not sitting well with me. So again, I want to ask you guys, should I or shouldn't I? If you heard me instantly start off a video with, this video is sponsored by so-and-so, would that turn you off? Would you unsubscribe? Would you say, the heck with it, I'm never listening to this guy again. I can't stand anybody who sells out. Or am I overthinking it? And, if this is something that maybe leads to other things financially that I can maybe keep myself afloat if things go bad in these unprecedented times, is that a bad thing too? I want your advice. I want to know, should I or shouldn't I? I'm leaning toward not doing it, but I know others have talked about how they started to monetize their channel because, hey, if nothing else, it's throw a couple bucks toward improving your equipment. Or some people will probably say, just give the money to charity. If you have that much of a problem with it, do the advertising, the shilling thing, whatever, the sponsorship. And if you're not feeling good about the money, give it to charity. That makes sense too. Yeah, but my issue is not so much the money side of it. It's more, do I want to be somebody who starts having sponsorship in my channels? And am I biting the hand that feeds if I do that? If I always say, oh, I would never do that. I would never lower myself to that standard. Especially in this current environment where there's no guarantee my job's going to be around forever. So I just don't know. I am very torn. I will be watching the replies to, please comment below. Please give me a yes or no. Maybe I'll put a poll up. I haven't really messed with a poll. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But please say yes or no, because if everybody says, heck no, I'm not doing it. If everybody says, heck yes, I might be like, okay, I guess. If it's a middle ground, I think I'll probably still go no. But I'm very curious. I just want to know, what would you guys do in my situation? I don't know that this sponsorship would be much money. It's not really a money thing. It's more, well, I talked about it. Anyway, so I asked the question, I need your advice. Should I say yes to this or should I say no? And those are what I'm thinking. Those are my reasons. I need some suggestions. So please comment below. I'll, if you start seeing sponsorship in my ad, if you see ads and stuff in my videos in the future, you know what the answer ended up being, but I'm personally not too sure. All right, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.